Hey there, YouTuber Goobers. How's it going? So, first of all, you notice the scruff here. I haven't been shaving for the past few days, so don't worry. This is going to be going pretty soon. It's really itchy. I don't like it. Uh, anyway, I wanted to talk to you for just a minute. As you probably know, today is December 23rd, 2017, and it's also Festivus for the rest of us. If you don't know, Festivus got its start by a writer and editor by the name of Daniel O'Keefe. He created it sometime in around the mid 1960s, and his son Dan O'Keefe ended up becoming a writer on the TV show Seinfeld. And then, and I think it was 1997, in one of the episodes of Seinfeld, Festivus was introduced to the rest of the world. It's kind of this very anti-commercialism type of holiday featuring a aluminum Festivus pole, which is just completely unadorned. And then also you have the Feats of Strength and the Airing of Grievances before you have your Festivus dinner. I'm not somebody who follows Festivus. I don't partake in that. I think it's kind of a cute concept, but it's not something I'm interested in. But there is something that I did want to talk to you about, and this would probably fall under the airing of grievances. So we're a few days away from the beginning of the new year, and a lot has happened in this year, 2017. It's been a really wild year, and I want to do a little experiment with you. I want you to close your eyes. Not now, I'll let you know when. But I'm going to want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to want you to think of a word that pretty much sums up all of 2017. And there are a lot of words, but there's one that I am thinking in particular. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pad of paper and this Sharpie. I'm going to write down that word, and let's see if you and I come up with the same word. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes and think of a word. I'm going to write down my word. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes. This is my word. Lies. Lies. L-I-E-S. With an exclamation point. Okay. Now, I know that there's been a lot of words that could be used to describe 2017, the Me Too movement, Me Too, hashtag Me Too, is very important. But I think that for the entirety of the year, lies pretty much covers it. We have been seeing a lot of lies coming out, especially from the White House and from Congress, primarily the Republican side, but also the Democratic side as well. I mean, I'm not going to give them a pass just because I'm a Democrat. And there are so many other words that can be used for lies. In fact, I wrote them down right here. We have distortions, exaggerations, fabrications, falsehoods, misconceptions, misinformation, misinterpretation, misrepresentation, myths, tall tales, and untruths. These are all words that the press used to use when describing somebody who is not being entirely honest. But I've noticed, and this is the first time I've really noticed this in my life, that the press, the mainstream press, and I don't consider Fox part of that. I don't necessarily consider MSNBC part of that also, because they are on opposite sides of the spectrum. But a lot of other press have been very judicious in using the word lies to describe things that have been coming out of Washington. And that's really distressing to me, because we shouldn't have to be fed so many lies and so many blatant lies. We started the administration with the lie about, the inauguration was, the biggest inauguration, most attended, blah, 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 blah. Turns out it wasn't. And then just today, I'm reading a story about how Donald Trump, in June, he was grousing about immigrants. And at one point he said something like, Haitians are coming to this country and all Haitians have AIDS. This was a New York Times article, by the way. And first of all, just to get this point across, back in the very early days of AIDS, back in the early 1980s, Haitians were included as part of the high-risk groups, including homosexual men and intravenous drug users. But further research turned out that the Haitians were either engaging in unprotected gay sex or they were drug users. So that classification just pretty much disappeared. And your two biggest classifications of people for HIV/AIDS were gay men, intravenous drug users. But in between these two lies, we have seen so many coming from so many places. And, it's also come to the point where we're starting to become complacent about it. It's as if, Trump told another lie, la-di-da-di-da. And I find that just horribly depressing because of the fact that we shouldn't be accepting these lies. We should be calling out these lies. And the press does a good job. It's just that there is just this huge volume of lies that we're having to deal with on almost a daily basis that, it makes you wonder where we're headed for the next, few years. Especially going into 2018. What is this going to mean? Are we going to be seeing more and more lies? Or are we going to... I just don't know. All I do know is that we need to remain vigilant, not just when it comes to Washington and when it comes to, all that's going on with that, but even in our own personal lives. If somebody is telling a lie, don't be afraid to call them out, because one lie begets another lie, Soon it's the snowball effect, and there's no end to it. So really, do your best to stay vigilant on this and call people out. And, it's difficult and it makes for some socially awkward interactions, but in the end, the truth will out. And that's much more important. So anyway, what a year it's been. That's kind of my Festivus airing of grievances, as you will. I'm going to, for the next couple, they're going to be a little bit more lighthearted, next couple of videos. I'm also trying to up my ante and trying to do a lot more videos. So keep an eye on this space. There will be some more. Happy Christmas Eve. And take care of yourselves. If you're out traveling, why are you watching this? But if you're... if you're in a car watching this, don't. But just go out there, be safe, enjoy the holidays, and we'll see what happens in the coming year. And I'll tell for once in on the conversation too. All right, take care of yourselves, and I will see you later.